I heard footsteps upstairs, but no one else lives here. I wish I could say that was the first strange thing that happened, but it wasn't. It was just the first thing I couldn't explain away. My name's Daniel. I'm 26. I work remotely, just long hours on a laptop, headphones on. Most days blending into each other. A few of my friends stop by sometimes, usually on weekends. My sister calls me every now and then from Arizona to check in, make sure I'm still eating real food and not just instant noodles. A few months ago, I moved into this small rental house just outside of Salem, Oregon. Quiet neighborhood, the kind where nothing really happens. You hear the occasional car pass at night, maybe a dog barking in the distance, but that's about it. Honestly, that's what I liked about it. The place itself, it's older, not falling apart or anything, just aged. The floors creak a little, especially near the hallway. The windows rattle when the wind picks up. Stuff you expect from a house that's been around longer than you have. But it was cheap, and I didn't ask too many questions. The landlord was kind of in a hurry when I signed the lease. I remember him saying something like, it used to be a single-floor home, which, still is. At least, that's what it looks like. I didn't really think about it. I just needed a place, and this one worked. The first few days were normal. Unpacking, setting things up, getting used to the silence. And when I say silence, I mean real silence. No upstairs neighbors, no shared walls, no footsteps above you at night. Until there were. Before I go any further, I want to ask you something. Have you ever heard a sound in your house that didn't make sense, but you ignored it? It started a few nights later. Nothing dramatic. No storm, no power outage. Just a normal night. I remember I was sitting on the couch, laptop on my knees, half working, half watching some random video I wasn't even paying attention to. The only light in the room was from the screen and a small lamp in the corner. Everything else was dark, still. And the house, it was quiet. Too quiet, actually. You know how even in silence there's usually something? A hum, a distant noise, the faint sound of something settling. But that night, it felt like all of that just stopped, like the house was holding its breath. That's when I heard it. A single step, soft but clear, right above me. I paused the video, thinking maybe I imagined it. I sat there, listening, waiting for something else to confirm it. Then it came again. Another step, slow, measured, like someone walking carefully across a floor. Except the sound wasn't coming from the hallway. It wasn't outside. It was directly above my head. I remember looking up instinctively, just staring at the ceiling like I'd somehow see through it. Then the creaking started. Not loud, just that subtle wooden strain, like weight shifting across old boards. One step, then another, moving from one side of the room to the other. I muted everything. No distractions, just me and that sound. At first, I tried to make sense of it. Maybe it was the house settling. Old wood expands. Contracts makes noise. Or maybe an animal got in. A raccoon, maybe? Something small enough to move around up there. But then I thought about it. Really thought about it. And I said it out loud without even realizing. There's no upstairs. The words just hung there. Because there wasn't. This wasn't an apartment. No attic I could walk into. No second floor. Just roof. And nothing else. The footsteps stopped. Immediately. Like whatever was up there heard me. I didn't move at first. I just sat there, staring at the ceiling, waiting for it to start again. But it didn't. After a minute, I stood up slowly and walked toward the front door. I don't even know why. I just needed to check, to confirm what I already knew. I stepped outside. The air felt colder than should have been. I walked a few steps back and looked up at the house. One level. No windows above. No vents. No openings. Just a plain roof stretching across. Nothing. No space for anyone or anything to be walking around. I stood there longer than I probably should have, just staring, trying to convince myself there was a simple explanation I was missing. Then I went back inside, and the moment I closed the door, silence. No footsteps. No creaking. Nothing. Like it never happened. So let me ask you, at that point, would you stay or leave? The next night it came back. I tried to act normal. Told myself it was nothing. Old house, random noises. Maybe I was just tired. Same setup as before. Couch, laptop, low light, quiet. But this time, I was waiting for it. And around the same time as the night before it started. Footsteps, clearer now, heavier. Not just a suggestion of movement. Actual, deliberate steps moving across the ceiling above me. Slow, steady, back and forth. I didn't move at first. I just listened, trying to track it. It started near the far corner of the room, then made its way across directly over me, then to the other side, then back again, like pacing. That's when I decided to test something. I stood up. The footsteps stopped. Not gradually, not fading out. Stopped. I froze. Then I took a step forward. Above me, a step followed. Perfectly timed. Same direction. Same pace. I took another step. Another step answered it. Right above my head. At that point, I wasn't guessing anymore. I wasn't trying to explain it. Whatever it was, it knew where I was. And it was moving with me. I backed away slowly toward the hallway. The sound followed. One step for mine. Never faster. Never slower. Just matching me. Then I stopped. And for a second, so did it? That silence, it wasn't relief. It felt like something waiting, watching. And then it ran. Suddenly, violently. Footsteps exploded across the ceiling. Fast, uneven, like something sprinting from one end of the house to the other. Back and forth. Again and again. Too fast to track. Too heavy to ignore. It wasn't careful anymore. It wasn't pacing. It was rushing. Like it was trying to find something. Or someone. I stumbled back, hitting the wall. Eyes locked on the ceiling as the sound raced above me. Then, it stopped. Right above me. Dead center. No fading. No final step. Just stopped. And everything went quiet again. But this silence felt different. Thicker. Like the air itself had weight. I didn't move. I didn't even breathe properly. Because I knew I wasn't alone in that moment. Not in the way I used to think of alone. Something was there. Directly above me. Not moving. Not making a sound. But present. And somehow aware. I grabbed my phone with shaky hands and called my friend Marcus. He picked up on the third ring, half asleep. I tried to explain it. Kept my voice low. Like speaking to loud might trigger something. Just listen, I told him. I held the phone up toward the ceiling. We waited. Nothing. No footsteps. No creaks. Just silence. Marcus sighed. Told me it was probably pipes, or maybe I was just overthinking things. Said old houses do weird stuff at night. I didn't argue, because right then it sounded reasonable, until I hung up, and the second the call ended, it started again. But this time it wasn't footsteps. It was slower, heavier, a dragging sound, like something solid being pulled across the ceiling. Not smooth. It caught, scraped, then moved again, as if whatever was up there wasn't walking anymore. It was being moved, or moving something else. The sound stretched across the room above me, uneven and deliberate. I could almost trace its path just by listening. From one corner, dragging, pausing, then pulling again. I felt my chest tighten. This wasn't random anymore. This wasn't the house settling. I turned on every light in the room. They flickered. Just once, but enough to notice. The ceiling suddenly felt closer, like it had dropped an inch without me realizing. The air changed too, heavier, harder to breathe, like the room was shrinking in a way you couldn't see, only feel. I grabbed my phone again, opened the camera this time. If I could just record it, just prove it was real. I pointed it up and waited. The dragging stopped. Immediately, I lowered the phone. It started again. I raised the phone. Silence. Every time. Like it knew. Like it didn't want to be seen. I don't know how long I stood there, repeating that over and over, trying to catch something, anything. But it never happened. The moment I tried to prove it, it disappeared. And when I stopped trying, it came back. That's when it really hit me. This wasn't just noise. This wasn't just something random in the house. This was something that reacted. Something that chose when to be heard and when to stay hidden. So let me ask you, what would you do if the sound only happened when no one else could hear it? It got worse a few nights later. I didn't even bother turning the TV on that night. No distractions. No pretending it wasn't happening. I just sat there waiting. And it didn't make me wait long. The footsteps started again. But this time they weren't slow. They were frantic, rushing across the ceiling back and forth, faster than before, erratic, uneven, like something had lost control. Then I noticed something different. It wasn't just running. It sounded like two sets of movement. One ahead, one behind, like something was being chased. The sound slammed from one end of the house to the other, then doubled back, then cut sharply across the room above me. I stood up without thinking, heart pounding, trying to follow it with my eyes even though I knew there was nothing to see. Then suddenly, it stopped, right above my bedroom. I didn't want to go in there, but something about the silence pulled me closer. Slow steps, careful, quiet. I walked into the room, and the moment I crossed the doorway, the dragging started, directly above my bed, slow, heavy, struggling, like something being pulled across the ceiling, right over where I sleep. I couldn't move. I just stood there, staring up, every muscle locked. Then the ceiling creaked, not the usual kind, lower, deeper, like pressure, like something heavy was pressing down from above. The surface dipped just slightly, but enough that I saw it, enough that I knew it wasn't my imagination. My breathing got shallow, but then I realized I wasn't the only one breathing. There was another sound, faint, uneven, right above me, breathing. I felt it before I fully processed it. The air shifting, the presence. Then, a single step, directly over my head. I don't even remember deciding to speak. It just came out in a whisper. There's no upstairs. For a second, nothing happened. Then, a knock from above. I didn't stay another night after that. I packed what I could the next morning. Didn't even wait for a proper plan. I just needed to get out of that house. I told the landlord I was leaving early. He didn't argue. Didn't even ask why. Just said, all right, like he'd heard it before. I tried to bring it up. Asked if anyone else had complained about noises, about anything. He avoided it. Changed the subject. Rushed the conversation. Like he didn't want to say it out loud. While I was packing, I noticed something I hadn't seen before. Right above the bed. Marks. Faint at first. But once I looked closer, I couldn't unsee them. Long, uneven scuffs stretching across the ceiling. Back and forth. Layered over each other. Like something had been moving there for a long time. Not walking. Not living. Just there. I left that same day. Didn't look back. Didn't go back for anything I forgot. And I still don't know what was up there, because there was never supposed to be anything above me. But here's the thing. It didn't end in that house. Something followed me. And if you want to hear about that, I'll tell you. So let me know. If you've ever experienced something like this, comment below. I read everything. And if you want more real horror stories like this, make sure you subscribe, because this isn't the only thing I've heard in that house.